Today I'm going to make a soup. Just checking my eye makeup. I'm going to make a soup for lunch, and it's Friday here, which means that I want to try and use up whatever fresh veggies we have left. So come and hang out and we'll make some lunch together and probably freeze the leftovers so that we have some nice easy dinners coming up as well. All right. I'll just grab an apron. What have I got? This is a nice one. It's my favorite one. Okay. I'm going to use a can of tomatoes in this one as well, so I have a feeling it's going to end up a bit splashy. And I'm going to go out later this afternoon. So first things first, I'm going to wash my hands, boil a kettle of water, make sure I've got the tools I need ready to go, and then we'll look at the ingredients. So let's do that. Hold please, and I'll get that sorted. Okay. So boil the kettle, because I just find it so much easier when I'm cooking to have a kettle of boiled water ready to go. Come on, you can do it. And I have some potatoes that I'm not sure are still good, so I'm going to check those out. So, chopping board. We need a big knife, as always, and a peeler. Okay, and then I'm going to need something to cook in, so a saucepan. Nice big one. And they get a little stuffy when I store them with the lid on, so I'm just going to give it a quick little rinse out. That should do. Just get the soap out now. Bubbles. So we're going to start with water in the saucepan because we're not cooking with oil. And alright, let's get the veggies out, hey? See what we've got. Fridays can be a little hit and miss because it really depends on how well the veggies have kept over the week. So I just take the whole veggie drawer out and we hope for the best. So I have some tomatoes that are great. These random carrots are destined for chickens. We have nearly a whole iceberg lettuce. What is that? Man, okay. Oh, tomatoes from last week as well. Okay, ooh, yeah, no, they're too far gone. Chickens can have those. Green capsicum, rest of the red capsicum from the other day. A little bit of cucumber, but that's still good for lunches. I think with these two, the kids will eat some on their lunch tomorrow, so I'm not going to use all of that up today. And we've got some grapes that'll be fine for tomorrow. How's this carrot looking? Still good. I don't love carrot, but I don't want to waste it, so we will use it. Okay. You know what? I'm going to use some of the lettuce too. Okay, so drawer can go back in. Let's check potatoes, onions, and garlic. I've got some potatoes. Let's see if they're still nice. Yes, they're good. Okay. So I've got like 5 potatoes to use up here. So we're going to put them in the soup. And then I can recycle the bag in the soft plastics over the weekend. Right, so onions and garlic first. Right, I've already done this job. So, onion. Oh, I better put you down so you can see. Oh. It's not actually heavy. I don't know why I made that sound. Sorry. Put you up just a little bit in case you want to chat while we're cooking. Okay, so onions first. Let's get the eye-watering stuff out of the way quickly. Oh, and I'm just going to rest this on here because my counters can get a little bit messy when I'm using up the last of the veg. Right, so onion. Now this soup I'm not going to blend, so I really want to make sure that I chop the onion up nice and fine, because then I'm not going to get like a mouthful of onion. You know what I mean? Let me know if you're cooking too or having lunch. So I'm just going to chop really roughly. I have no knife skills, as you can see. I mean, they're not terrible, but there's no chef ability here. Don't cut your finger, Marissa. Okay. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there anything better than the smell of onion and garlic starting off a soup base? No, there's not. There's nothing better. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly chop now. If you're watching live, let me know what you're doing so that we can have a little chat with each other. I love Fridays because Fridays are lovely and relaxing. I usually get most of my work done in the morning so that by lunchtime I can just chill out and enjoy a show or read a book after I cook lunch. And then in the afternoons I usually just have a half hour or so of work to finish up when I'm on deadline for, you know, podcast editing, that sort of thing. That's what I do in my work job. And then that's it. It's a nice slow weekend after that. Okay, I'm going to pour a little bit of this water in the saucepan because we're not using oil because I'm oil free at the moment, so that I can be just a little bit more healthy. And so what I do instead is saute onions and garlic in water. Which sounds weird if you've never done it, but I promise it works really well, and you save so many of those oil-based calories that you don't want to take in. And I've been doing this for about 5 months now, and oh, I sleep better, I feel better. It's totally worth it. Okay, garlic next. So let's go with, I'm going to rinse this actually because it's going to hurt my eyes. Okay. Garlic is next. Let's do a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm just going to smush it. And take the wrapper off. Wrapper, like it's a present. Take the skin off. And there we go. There's one. Next one. Okay, that's 2. Let's chop that up. I mean, you can crush this as well if you want to with a garlic crusher. Whatever floats your boat. I don't want to wash another thing, so I'm just going to chop randomly and roughly and hope for the best. I don't have have the best knives in the world, but they're not awful either, so I might as well make the most of them. Oh, I can hear that onion starting to sizzle, which is fantastic. So this sort of cooking that we're doing today is my favourite because we're using up everything. So we're not wasting the food and throwing it out at the end of the week. We grocery shop on the weekends. And so we're using up everything. And it's always really comforting cooking because the kitchen smells amazing. All right, I'm putting the garlic in. And now let's move quickly with the carrot. Now I really don't love carrots, so I'm going to grate this one. And then hopefully it will kind of disintegrate into the soup. And I'll barely notice it's there. There's my grater. Oh, where is that grater? Oh, someone used it this morning. I'm just going to quickly wash the grater and then I'll be right back. I know my kids, they used the grater for cheese this morning. So they're cheese obsessed. Actually, only one of them is, so that was a bit of a lie. Okay, grater's ready. Let's grate this carrot up. I shouldn't have chopped the top of it. I'm going to add some more water too because I think it's starting to evaporate. Just so the onion and the garlic doesn't stick to the bottom of the saucepan. Yeah, so we've got chickens in the backyard, which is good because, you know, carrot peelings, potato peelings, those tomatoes that have gone a bit too far for us. That means I'm not throwing them out, which is really nice. Plus the chickens are adorable. I'm just going to eat this bit. Okay. Just put the carrot in. I do have one small carrot left, but I think I'm going to save it for tomorrow. The carrot sticks for the kids. Okay, red capsicum next. We half used this the other day. So let's use the rest up. I'm just going to roughly chop there. Give it a little rinse to get the seeds out. And now we're going to slice. Slice or dice? Maybe dice, chop, whatever it's called. These take a while to soften too, which is why I'm going to put them in next. And give all of these a good 5 minutes or so. I have a green capsicum too, so we're going to add that as well. Okay, red one can go in. Let's do the green now. And I know my family, no one's going to eat a green capsicum for lunch tomorrow, so I'm going to use it. I'm just going to turn the heat down slightly so it doesn't get too crazy for those onions. Alright, so green capsicum. You know what, I feel like I should take another look at those tomatoes. I don't think they're as soft as I think they are. Yum. And wouldn't it be nice to just use those tomatoes up? You know, let's face it, I'm probably going to use the carrot up too. Now I am going to put some beans in this soup, and I'm planning lentils, but there is a part of me that's thinking, oh, cannellini beans might be nice too. But you know what? It's a really cold day outside. Like, it's not freezing. We don't have any snow or anything. I'm in Australia, but the wind has a real chill to it. And there's just something about lentil soup on days when the wind has chill to it, where you just, oh, put some cumin in there and some, I don't even know what else. I'll have to have a look at what's in the cupboard. But yeah, comforting cold weather food. Love it. Okay, so the capsicum's in. Tomatoes. Okay. Let's put these main ones in and then put the potatoes in and then see what we've got in terms of those other older veggies, hey? So super easy with the tomatoes. In fact, if I end up using all of these tomatoes, I might not even need the tinned tomatoes. So we'll see how we go. So tomatoes in. Definitely going to need to add more hot water so that nothing sticks. And potatoes next. Where's my peeler? Just going to peel the potatoes. I'll be back. These are just small ones. And I've got 5 left from this week. From the older packet. So I'm going to use those first because they're still in really good condition. We don't want to waste them. There's one. Almost. 2. You could just wash these if you want to. You don't have to peel them. I just like the texture of soft boiled potatoes in a soup like this. That's 3. Now my stovetop is suspiciously quiet, so I might have added too much water, but that's okay. No big deal. Okay, that's 5. So we'll just chop these roughly into quarters. Because it's a soup, not a like a shallow stew or anything that I'm doing in a fry pan, so it doesn't really matter if the potatoes are a little bit bigger, because they're going to be covered in liquid anyway. And I think we're done. Right. Potatoes in. And then I'll bring you over to the stove in a minute and you can check out what am I trying to say? Everything I'm cooking. You can have a look at it in the stove. Alright, let's see what we've got with these tomatoes, okay? If I look really closely, this one's still perfectly fine. So that can go in. This one's a little soft, but I'm just going to chop that really soft bit off. And look, inside it looks great. So that's going to go in too. Look at us using all of our veggies, everybody. Definitely softer, but still fine. Now this one though has gone a lot further. So that, just taking the super soft bits off that one. And then the rest is cool. And I think we're going to use that last carrot too. Let's just go crazy, shall we? I'm just going to give this all a stir too on the stove. Just to make sure it's not going to burn at the bottom of the pan. And I should have done that a while ago. Oh, it smells amazing already, and we haven't even put spices in yet. Okay. Carrot. I was going to do that last carrot. Why not? Let's live on the edge. It freaks me out though when they come in the bag already cut like this. Like, wow, why? Why would they do that? Is it a weight thing? They want the exact kilo? So strange. You just pop an extra carrot in, guys, and the goodwill will come back to you. Anyway, let's grate this one too. So far we've done carrot, onion, garlic, red capsicum, green capsicum, tomatoes. Did I say carrot already? Yeah. I think that's it. I'm going to chop some of that lettuce and pop it in as well. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but people aren't going to eat a whole head of lettuce tomorrow on a sandwich, so why not use some of it up now? Okay. I do need to wash the lettuce first though. I'm just going to core it as well. And then we will take just a bunch of leaves off it. I'm not going to be particularly gentle because I don't know why actually. I'm just going to give it a good wash though because I don't trust lettuce. We are going to be cooking it, so I'm sure it'll be alright. Okay. So I didn't do a crazy amount, but enough that we can add it into the soup, okay? Right. So with lettuce, it's pretty simple. All I do is I take these kind of softer bits and then just wrap them up like this. And then we chop them. Nice and easy. Cut them in half and then let's put them in the pot. Okay, that's our veggies done. Now we need lentils. I'm just going to mix this through, get that lettuce under the waterline. Okay, lentils. Brown lentils. These are just from Aldi, nothing special, and I'm just going to drain and rinse them straight into here. And then we'll pour them straight in. Oh, they're so beautiful. Almost done. I just like the water to run clear. I definitely have to look at ways to save water though, because I really think I've used too much water today with this cooking. You might have noticed. Okay. Lentils in. I'm going to try and scrape every last one in there because I love them so much. And you know, I never thought I'd be a girl that loved lentils this much. Like honestly, until this year, I had no passion for lentils at all. And then I'm doing this new diet where I'm not eating oil, meat, eggs, or dairy for a while, which cuts out a lot of options, right? But when you have beans and lentils and chickpeas and fresh veggies and frozen veggies and spices and oh, so many good things that you can still cook with. Okay, so I'm just going to stir it. You want to come to the stove? Come on over. Now, it's going to be a bit harder to fit you in here so you can see. So I'm just going to wing it, but you're probably going to see just random random placement around my cupboard. Okay, so everything's in. Now I want to cover everything so that the potatoes get a good 15 minutes, and then we're just going to simmer everything down. So I'd say about a half an hour in total. We need spices first. Hang on. Okay, so what have I got? We've got onion and garlic in there already, haven't we? Okay. Spices. So we always do a little bit of garam. Always a bit of garam. So that can go first. Just one, kind of like a tablespoon. Don't add salt as well because spaghetti is very salty. Okay, now we're going in with cumin. Is that still in date? No, it's 2021. Yep. Cumin, oh my god. Cumin is beautiful in this sort of stuff. Cumin and lentils and tomatoes. Like honestly, if that's all you had, guys, it would be enough. Okay, I'm going to do just a little tiny sprinkle of turmeric because it's really good for pain relief. I don't know if that much is actually going to make any difference, but the more turmeric I have, the better I feel. I have less neck pain, which is something I got from my mum. Not the neck pain, the solution. And yeah, so that's in. Chili flakes, because I'm obsessed with chili flakes. And then, oh no, maybe that's too many. But you know what? I'm going in with ground chili powder as well, because it adds this depth to the cooking. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but if I have paprika, it's going into... Oh, I have hardly any left. Can you see that? It's almost all gone. So we're just gonna tip it in. That's the end of the paprika. I'll buy some more this weekend. Now we stir and then we smell, and then we leave it a good 10 minutes or so, and then we smell again. Because once those spices start to cook, oh, you're going to smell it even more, and it will be amazing, and that will give you a better indication of what you want to add more of. So even though I'm loving the smell of this now, you know, I'm just going to chop that up. I'm loving the smell of this now, but I'm not going to worry too much. You know what? We're just going to use a little water because I'm going to simmer it down for a good half hour. I'll boil it down if I have to. What was I saying? Yeah, this is just, it's amazing. Okay, let's stick a lid on this and then bring it to the boil. And then we will simmer. Okay, so that's the basics of the soup done. That is our use up the rest of what's in the cupboard and fridge soup. Let's put the rest of the lettuce away for tomorrow. would have been great in this. If I had a sweet potato, I would have roasted it first, just, you know, oil-free on a silpat mat. Roasted it for maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, depending on the sizes. And then I would have put the sweet potato in. Oh, would have been amazing. Oh, I better put these back there. Yeah, so now we pack up. Okay. Spices. Seasonings. So do you guys say turmeric or turmeric? Because I say turmeric, but I don't think I'm saying it right. Okay, we've got some plastic bags. My husband did the grocery shop. I don't love plastic bags. I just stick the produce straight in the trolley or the basket. But he buys plastic bags so that he doesn't buy them. He just, you know, anyway, so that he can clean up after the dogs and the pets, which I appreciate. But I still would prefer it if we didn't have so much plastic. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to keep these. The rest, there's a broken bag, a couple of other broken bags. They can go in the soft plastics recycling. Oh, I just missed your comment. Let me go back. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I missed what you said. But it was something about turmeric. Why can't we see a live chat ongoing on here? Oh, bugger. If I had my laptop, I'd probably see better. But I had trouble connecting it the other day. Margaret, hello. You say turmeric the same way. Yes, okay, so it's not just me. And hi, how are you? Are you making lunch? I'm just putting the plastic bags away. Hang on. Hello. It's nice to see you again. Kitchen already smells amazing. Oh, so good. Do you know the olive and rosemary loaf we made the other day, Margaret? I had it with dinner last night. We stuck it in the freezer. Late Thursday evening there. What country are you in? I would love to know. Likewise. Thank you. Yeah, so, do you remember the olive and rosemary bread we made the other day? Oh, it was amazing. Oh, you're in the US. Ooh, lovely. So I froze half of that loaf of olive and rosemary bread because I'm just going to chop the rest of these scraps so that they fit in the container as we talk. I froze half the loaf because I thought there's no way I'm going to eat a whole loaf of bread all by myself in, you know, a couple of days. And my kids don't really love the olive and rosemary bread. So I sliced it and froze it, and then I had it for toast with my dinner last night, and it was awesome. It was so good. We have so many scraps for the chickens at the moment because my dad gave me a whole bag of them after family dinner the other night, which was very nice because I don't want him to waste his scraps and just put them in the bin. But the chickens are very, very well fed at the moment. Sounds amazing. Oh, thank you. All right, so veggie scraps are going to go in, and then, is that boiling? That's boiling. I'm just going to take the lid off. I'm just going to let that boil down, and I think it's going to take 15 minutes for the potatoes to soften, and then my gut feeling is that it's going to take another 15 for a lot of that excess liquid to boil away, and I'm not sure how soupy I want it or how much like a stew that I want it, so we're going to wing it a little. Today, I'm going to eat this for lunch and then freeze the rest of it dinners for the next few days, but today I think I'm going to have this soup with rice. So, I don't know where I'm looking, sorry, I always look like I'm looking in the wrong spot. I'm going to have this soup with rice for lunch so that it's ultimate comfort food. And rice in my rice cooker takes about a half hour. So once I clear this veggie scraps up, then it'll be perfect timing to put the rice on. And then we'll do what we usually do, which is kind of potter around the kitchen and tidy up and maybe declutter something. Just gonna wing it. Okay, this is a lot of scraps. I'm going to need the big bowl. I'm just going to put the veggie scraps directly into this bowl and then just take them up to the chickens this afternoon. I'll just stick a plate on top of the bowl and then they'll be fine. Because there's no more room in my fridge because everybody else's scraps are in the fridge. So yeah, I'm going to do that. There's potato peelings in the sink too, so I'll have to grab them as well. And I dropped a piece of lettuce, so 1 second. Okay, let's go to the sink. Anyway, so as I was saying, we'll put rice on and then do the dishes, maybe a little bit clutter of something. That might be nice. Just something to keep me busy while I'm waiting for lunch. Because I've left it too late and I'm pretty hungry again. Okay, there's more scraps. I know there is. I'm sure I... Carrots. Lettuce in there. That's it for now. Now this I'm going to wash straight away. My little drainer basket for the lentils. I'm going to wash that right now because I'm going to use that to make my rice. And I guess really you could just rinse it. I probably didn't need to wash it with detergent. Not like it had meat or anything. Okay, give that a good rinse. Oh gosh, I'm so messy. Okay. Now let that drain. Oh no, the wooden spoon in the sink. So far it doesn't need any more spices. Where were we? Rice! We were putting the rice on, that's right. Okay, so I'm just going to get the rice cooker. Sometimes I do half a cup of rice when it's just me. Sometimes I do 3/4. Sometimes I do a whole cup. And usually that's when I think, oh, I don't want to have a big dinner. I just want to have a nice big late lunch and then not worry about cooking or washing up again. So today, I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup. Could turn this down by now, but my stovetop's a little temperamental. Okay, so rice. You know, I only got this rice cooker this year. Until then, I was cooking rice in the saucepan or in the Thermomix, which is back there. And it's a very effective rice cooker, but it's very noisy, which is super annoying. Yeah, super annoying when it's really noisy. So anyway, I was at Big W and I found this rice cooker for $13. And normally, hang on, I'm just going to make sure I pour this properly. You know, I'm going to do a whole cup of rice. Better than being hungry later because I haven't done enough. It's probably a lot of rice for one person, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so anyway, so I go to Big W and I find this rice cooker for $13, and I think, okay, that's like a trip to the movies, and I go to the movies every week. I love going to the movies, which we'll talk about in a second, because I went yesterday, which is why I wasn't cooking. Anyway, so I thought, yeah, $13. Why not just give it a go? And it's been 5 months now, and I adore this rice cooker. I never want to give it up because it's so quiet. It's so reliable time-wise. It does take longer than the Thermomix because that only takes about 16 minutes, and this takes about half an hour. But honestly, I mean, that time, I'm going to be waiting for my soup anyway, or I'm just going to plan it ahead of time so that I, you know, have other things to keep me busy. You don't actually have to wash your rice, but I just find it turns out really nice when I do. If I'm baking with rice, like we do this dish called Jewish, where we put rice and veggies in a tray and bake it in the oven. And I just use dry rice for that, but when I'm making rice in the rice cooker, I like to rinse it first because it gets this, maybe it's less starchy, I'm not sure, but the texture is really, really nice. Okay, water. So it's a cup of rice, which means I need a cup and a half of water. Don't spill it. There's one. And a half. Okay, I'm going to turn that on. The lid is the handle on the lid's a little loose, so I need to tighten that. And then yeah, you just press cook. You come back half an hour later, and it's already on warm automatically. I love it so much. All right, let's check the soup. Oh yum. Yep, I'm not going to add any more spices because it's already beautiful. You know when you're really, really hungry and things smell amazing, and I think maybe it's just because I'm extra hungry. I think I might have a bit of that happening, but that's okay. It's already been on for 9 minutes since it boiled. I mean, since I turned it, since I put the lid on it. Okay, let's put a plate on the chicken scraps and then do some dishes. Okay, so, right, same pattern every time I do dishes. We're just going to unstack all of the clean and dry dishes, put them away. That frees up our space for the dirty dishes. And I just like to follow a little pattern or a routine like that because it just seems that life is easier when you have a little pattern to follow. Okay, so, oh, I'm going to need to clean that counter then. I'm going to stack dishes on it. Beautiful. Okay, so, what have we got? That's a knife. Coffee mugs, bowls, cutlery, saucepan, knife, big spoon, straw, and forks. Glasses in the cupboard because it's nearby. Coffee mugs next? Bowls and plates. Okay, that's the dishwasher done. Let's do the dry stuff in here now too. There's some glasses here. Oh, it doesn't look very sturdy. Thought I was going to drop a glass. Reusable coffee cups. Okay, that's wet. That's wet. That can stay. These are dry. And now we have one more rack. That's still dirty. That's going in. Okay. Let's stir the soup again. So excited about this. Last time I made this, I put eggplant in it as well. It was amazing. Okay, so dirty dishes next. Oh, still carried in there. That's better. Plastic. It's recycling. Aha, cutlery. Next is measuring cups. Big knife. Okay, that's everything that I can do in the dishwasher. No, I've still got my breakfast plate. I had breakfast in bed this morning. I'm just going to go and get the plate. I'll be back. This bowl needs soaking because it had porridge in it and then it tends to stick at the end. So that can soak. While I cook lunch. Coffee cup. Oh, I wonder if that would fit next to the grater. Yes, it will. Okay. Right. So, now, how are we for time? Oh, we've still got like 13 minutes to kill. Okay. Might as well do the hand washing too, okay? I mean, it's not going to hurt to get it done. Right, so sorry if this part's a bit boring. The rice cooker just made a weird noise, so I'm just checking it to make sure it's okay. It seems fine. Isn't it nice getting things done incidentally while you're waiting for something else? Because it takes your mind off the waiting. And it gets a whole job done that normally I'd be procrastinating on anyway, because who actually likes washing dishes? I mean, there are ways to make it more enjoyable, like, you know, mindfulness ways, that sort of thing, but if somebody said to me, you don't have to wash dishes anymore, I'd love them forever. Oh, I just missed it. Sorry. Oh, I missed your comment. Sorry. I don't know how to get it back. Oh, I wonder. Oh, maybe I figured it out. Hang on. Nope. I've lost it. I'm sorry. But the rice is going well. Okay. I'm going to bring you slightly close. Margaret, I decided to join you in doing dishes. Oh, great. Okay, good idea. I'm assuming you're doing your dinner dishes. What did you have for dinner? Let me know. I'll come over. Hey, Ted. Hey, Seth. That's my nephew, everybody. Hi, honey. What are you up to? Yes, tacos. I love tacos. My kids adore tacos, and you can do them so many different ways that they're always a winner at our house. Yum. Okay, rice is, I don't know if you can see it, but the rice is going crazy. Have a look. Okay, it's not as exciting on camera. I'm homesick. I've got a sore throat and a blocked nose. Oh no, you poor thing. Well, now you can watch me wash dishes. Yay. I'm just making my lunch on YouTube, Seth, because when you do it by yourself at home, it's very lonely. But when you chat to people at the same time, it's very nice. It's like family dinner all over again. So I hope you get better soon. I'm almost done with these dishes now. Thanks. Aww. yeah, I'm almost done with these dishes, and then I'm going to check on the soup again. And then I think we'll be done in about 10 minutes. And then we can all go and have some chill out time and relax. Enjoy the Friday afternoon or your Thursday evening, depending on where you guys are. Okay, a couple of chopping boards. I do find it easier to do the dishes after every meal just because then it doesn't become too overwhelming. And I'll be honest, I hate drying dishes with a tea towel. So if I do the dishes after every meal and just try and use less water in the sink or try and use the dishwasher because that's a bit more, what do you call it? Water safety. More water sustainable, more, anyway, it uses, more water efficient. If I try and do that, then I never have a huge load of dishes to do, and I never want to have so many dishes that I have to dry them by hand. So I just really hate drying dishes by hand. Plus then, I have more tea towels to wash every week. So yeah. I think that's just me being a little bit lazy, but that's okay. I'm still a good person. So I'm not using the saucepan lid anymore, so we might as well wash that now. Okay. Lovely. That one's done. Okay, let's check the soup. This random piece of hair stuck to my knife, and I don't want it going in the soup, so it's gone now. I almost feel like this was too easy. Did I set the timer right? We'll find out when the timer goes off and I check the potatoes. If they're nice and soft, that's how we know. I just had this random thought that maybe I only put the timer on for 15 minutes, but no, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I did it half an hour. Right, this is recycling. I feel like we're pretty much done. This is recycling. Wow. Wonder if I've got a cupboard I can clean in the next 5 minutes. Maybe a shelf, maybe one shelf of a cupboard. I'm just gonna have a little look. Done all of those recently. Really not a fan of that one. You know what? Let's take the glasses out of one of these shelves and then wipe the shelf down and then put the glasses back in. And then that's a bit of incidental cleaning done. And it's just one shelf, right? So it's a couple of minutes, it's not a lot of work, but it gets done, so yeah. So you won't see my face for a minute, but that's okay. You all know what I look like by now. Our glasses collection is very random. A lot of them are gifts. A lot of them I bought secondhand. Because honestly, I just really prefer the idea of giving a home to something that needs one rather than buying it brand new. And you find so many pretty things when you buy them pre-loved. Look at those. Actually, I don't know if those were pre-loved, but these were. Isn't that pretty? I wish I could remember where I got that set now. Oh, I remember. It was a friend's family downsizing and they have this beautiful collection of cut glass everything. Pretty. Yeah, it is pretty. Thank you, Margaret. And you know, there's something about drinking out of a pretty glass that makes you feel extra fancy, especially on a Friday night. And it doesn't have to be wine. Sometimes I like just drinking soda water, sparkling water, with a piece of lemon or lime in it, or even just plain. out of a pretty glass. Okay. This shelf is a lot dustier than I thought it would be. So I have a cloth that I was using. Yes, it does. And yeah, it really does. Okay, I have a cloth that I was using earlier that is not the one I was using for the cooking. I tend to replace my cloths every day, but when I get to that part of the day where I'm like, oh, this cloth has almost had it, that's when, it's not dirty, but I won't use it on the food stuff. I'll just use it for a bit of cleaning instead. So I'm just going to quickly wipe down this shelf with this one. Wow, it gets dusty in here, which is very surprising because there's not a lot of stuff in here. But I guess it makes sense that it would get dusty because we're opening and shutting this cupboard a lot to get the glasses out. And I've realised, actually I have a YouTube video on this, I've realised that the more you open and shut a cupboard, just going to dry it off, the more you open and shut a cupboard, the more dust gets into it over time because, you know, it's the air particles can fly in every time you open the door. I can hear one of my cats trying to open the door and come in. Oh. Is that you, Bob? Hello, Bob. You might remember Bob from the other day when he came in and jumped up on the cupboard behind me. Which of course proved to everybody on YouTube that I'm a terrible cat mother that lets their cat jump on the cupboards, which is terrible, but how do you stop a cat from doing that, really? Okay, so I'm not going to try and perfectly organise these, but I'm going to put similar ones together. Lovely. I missed a spot, hang on. Okay. Where's my dry cloth? Okay, there we go. Now, I think I'll just do the tall ones at the back for now. Kind of like the beer glasses together, the tall beer glasses. They can go together. Right, and then these guys. Oh, it's looking very pretty already. Oh, this is more of a cocktail glass. Like a hurricane glass, I think it's called. Right. What else is similar? These guys are similar. Okay. These three are similar. Oh, I don't know if I can fit 3 of those though. Nope, I can't. Okay. These guys are similar. I'm a little bit worried I'm not going to fit them all back in now. I'll do my best. But I think I'm going to have to squish some together a little bit more than I planned. Okay. Oh, my rice just finished. I was a bit too excited then, wasn't I? Oh! And the soup. Okay, well that's a great sign. Okay, so this pretty one can go here. Here. Oh, don't break. Oh, don't break, don't break, don't break. Don't drop them. Okay, these are small, so they can go on the smaller shelf. Okay, it's a bit nerve-wracking now. Can you hear all the glass? Oh. Plastic, tiny. Okay, it's not perfect, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. Are you ready? Let's flip you. See? This is the shelf now. It's not perfect. This guy has no second glass, so this is the condition of the other 2 shelves. which we will work on another day because the rice is ready and the soup is ready. So let's plate it up. I might leave the soup to keep going for a little while because if it has too much liquid, I can get some of it out, but I can eat this lot over the rice, which will absorb it really well. Anyway, so first I'll need a bowl. And I'm going to get a plate because I find it hard to carry bowls without burning my hands. So I always put one on a plate now. Quick stir. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I actually think it might be fine the way it is. So, rice first. I'll just pop you down so you can see what I'm doing. Hang on. I find with the rice cooker it's important to turn it off as soon as it goes to warm so that I don't get too much of that crispy rice on the bottom. Oh, that looks so lovely. And I'm just going to have all the rice because this is going to be a late lunch and also mostly dinner. And if I don't finish it, I can put it in for leftovers. But I can't lie, I eat a lot for a girl. I love good food. So with this rice cooker, I also need to make sure that I'm putting water in this straight away because that will make it much easier to clean later. And so I'm going to do that with, oh, the kettle. Why waste the glass, right? I'm just going to fill the kettle up. Then I'm just going to pour it in. I'll be right back. Okay. That must be enough, right? So, oh, you can't see, sorry. So that's the rice cooker. And that way while I eat lunch, that's just going to kind of sit and get a little bit softer. And I'll turn the kettle off, save on the power. All right, so we have our rice. Let's put soup in there too. I'm going to need a ladle. And I have one here. Okay, I'll put the soup in and then I'll be right back. Oh, stop climbing on cupboards. Make me look like a terrible parent. Oh, the potatoes are perfectly soft. Good job, potatoes. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Okay. This is it. I'm going to put some cracked pepper on it. Turn off the pot on the stove. So I'm going to turn the pot on the stove off and put that on a cooling rack so that by the time I've finished eating my lunch, that's nice and cool and I can put the leftovers away. So let's move this guy over. If I give it 10 minutes or so cooling in the pot like this, just with one of those little food covers over it, and then when I'm finished eating my lunch, I can come and put it in containers, give it another 10 minutes or 5 minutes to cool down, and then pop it in the freezer, so it's going to be awesome. Okay, so let's do a little look. Yeah, I do want pepper. Hang on. I'm also just going to put the last couple of dishes in the dishwasher so that I can go and eat lunch and it's a very clean room. Because when things come together like that, oh, it's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of cracked pepper. And hopefully I didn't go too crazy with the chili. But we'll see. But do you want to have a look how it looks? It's beautiful. Okay, ready? Look at that. So all of these gorgeous veggies and all of this rice underneath. And I have put a lot of the broth in because I really wanted it to be quite soupy. But I have a feeling that when I put some of the leftovers away, it'll be a bit more of a stew because it won't have as much liquid. But that is totally fine. That is a huge lunch. Yum. Thank you, Seth. All right. And so, that's it, everybody. We are all done. I'm going to get going and have my lunch and then do a couple of work things and then go and watch one of my kids get an award at school. Georgie got an award, Seth. I don't know what it's for. But I asked her this morning if she wanted me to come and go to the assembly and watch her get an award, and she said yes, and I actually thought she'd say no because she has a bit of a, you know, mum's not cool vibe going on at the moment. She doesn't wave goodbye at the drop-off. But yeah, tell her I said congratulations. I will. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to have some lunch, finish the work, go to the school assembly. And Margaret, if you're still here, I'll see you later. And Sethi, I'll see you on Tuesday. And yeah, everybody, thank you for hanging out. It's been really fun. I hope you had a good time because I had a really lovely time too. And we got lunch done, we got dishes done, and a cupboard done. I'm enjoying your live videos. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. My oldest does the same. Oh, good, I'm not alone. Thank you, Margaret. That's so nice. I love being live with you, chatting with me too. Okay, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.